Voices, voices that go with you every day, every night, voices that never leave you. Faces with no voice anymore. Bodies with no voice anymore. Tonight, we want to give voice to what we have seen and experienced. And we hope that we're making a good thing in bringing this up, so that one day there won't be any ferocious torture. No more child soldiers armed by the West. No more drugs and no more guided bombs. We hope that our play will be taken as a story of what mankind can do if it gets blind by hatred. We hope we're making a good thing in bringing this up. And we hope to awake consciousness, because man nowadays seems that he can do without. Voices, many voices. Let's listen to some of those voices.
So you told me you're an orphan, right?
Yes. My parents died when I was 3. And since then, I lived with my grandma in Buenos Aires. Then, 2 years ago, I was left alone and brought to the orphanage, which is where I came from. I remember my sweet grandmother, her stories. She was a strong and bold woman. She was there with the other mothers in Plaza de Mayo, the mothers of the desaparecidos. The disappeared ones, they called them, because during Videla's military regime, they got arrested from the police at night in their homes or at their workplace. And then, no one knew anything about them. Only because they fought differently, because they protested against the regime. Also, my mother's sister disappeared. They ended up in concentration camps. They were tortured and killed or thrown from the planes in the Atlantic Ocean or in the Rio de la Plata, those grim flight of death. I lived all my childhood with my grandmother. She fought until the end to get justice for those broken lives, for those beloved ones, never found.
Dear sister, don't complain. Don't forget where we come from, what we left behind, what we have to see, who we lost, who we left in our land. You know part of my story and I know yours. We are still alive, but our beloved ones are not. They aren't.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't remember me about those days. Shut up. Shut up.
When the FDLR soldiers caught me, they brainwashed me. They gave me a gun, white pills. And for 3 years, I was one of them. A killer, a murderer. And I couldn't stand it anymore. And I ran away. After months living in the jungle as a hunted animal, I finally found my shelter. In North Rwanda, close to the border with the Democratic Republic of Congo. At the Mwanse Center. We met her. Don't you remember?
Sure, I do remember it. Nobody could stand you, arrogant and overbearing as you were. You thought you were the boss.
Really? Do you think so? Okay. When they drag you and force to kill for 3 years, 3 horrible years. When you have become a war machine, ruthless night ambuses, rapes, rape, blood, death, and then pass to the forest. You understand me. It is difficult to say. May I? Would you mind? I have a question. Thank you. Please. All these things are difficult for me. Rap music saved my life. It was my passion before becoming a soldier. And then, at the rehab center, they were able to bring it back to me. I wouldn't have made it without it, believe me. Do you remember how confused I was when I arrived at the center? I was shaking. I feared a little noise and I reacted with rage to anything.
But where are you going? You are dressed like immigrants.
It's a long story. My dad is Dutch and my mother is from South Africa. And a white person couldn't marry a black person from South Africa. Only after the end of apartheid they could go together and recognize my elder brothers. But my mother and my father couldn't tell their relatives and friends whose kids were those. But then, with Nelson Mandela's victory, things changed. My parents could finally live together, and then I arrived. Miguelis came to spend the holidays with us and with my parents.
We both come from the rehab center for ex-child soldiers in Musanze. There they explain us that an important international not-profit organization who organized this festival in Italy to give voice through ethnic music to young people from oppressed countries, to injustice, to countries which have undergone dictatorships, to countries that went through wars, to refugees, to immigrants. So anyone who wants to tell the sorrow of their people went to can participate. The organization will cover the travel expenses and anyone will receive the publication of their story, their chance. Why don't you come with us?
Yes. I would really like that. I could tell Franco's dictatorship in Spain. And the story of Marco Sana, my favorite poet, who was in prison for 23 years in Spain during Franco's dictatorship. Where do you come from?
I'm Afghan, from a village in the mountains. I ended up in Musanze Rehab Center because my adoptive father works there as a doctor. I don't have parents anymore. Also my brother were killed.
From who?
From guided bombs. This is what they told me, a mistake. One night, a guided bomb fell in our homes in the mountains of Afghanistan.
But now, continuing with your story, you said you come from Vietnam, right? Why children are born deformed?
Yes, from Vietnam. My grandmother told me about many kids, 1 out of 3, for 3 generations, who are born deformed because of Agent Orange. High herbicide poured by enemy planes in enormous quantity on the jungle, to drive Vietcongs out of there. She said that you could see leaves falling on the ground, and plants becoming naked and standing there like many skeletons. Everything burned, dried out, and died. An invisible slow, death moving forward, death made of poison, poisoning water and soil. You couldn't drink water anymore. But if you don't drink, you die.
Well, guys, we have arrived to the moment we were all waiting for. Good luck!
Good luck!
Let's get ready because the festival is going to start soon.
My name is Rukundo. I come from Rwanda. And yes, I am an ex-IS soldier. Today I will sing for you Rwanda's blood.
Sale, sale, sale l'odio, sale, ma solo il rosso del terrore.
Sale, sale l'odio, sale. Su quella terra non c'è il sole. Sale, sale l'odio, sale, ma solo il rosso del terrore. If you call the brothers, you hear the twar of knives.
Se tu chiami i fratelli, senti il coro dei coltelli.
If you look for them in the paths, they are only cold and black bodies.
Cerchi sui sentieri, sono solo corpi e prigionieri.
Sale, sale l'odio, sale. Su quella terra non c'è il sole. Sale, sale l'odio, sale, ma solo il rosso del terrore. If you look over the hills, there is blood with no end.
Se tu guardi le colline, sono sangue senza fine.
If you pray for quiet, you hear the scream of machete.
Se invochi la croce, senti l'urlo del macete.
Sale, sale l'odio, sale. Su quella terra non c'è il sole. Sale, sale l'odio, sale, ma solo il rosso del terrore. If you look at the Rwanda's face, cold death, police dances.
Se guardi sotto schermo Rwanda, la fredda morte lieta danza.
If you try to look at the earth, they are only hosts of red sorrow.
Se cerchi di vedere i cuori, son solchi di rossi dolori.
Addio villaggio, addio, addio la giungla, addio. Volevo rivedervi, ma sono morto anch'io. Addio villaggio, addio, addio la giungla.
without kites.
La mia terra è ormai senza aquiloni.
They don't fly in the sky anymore, not even in our dreams.
Non volano più in alto, nemmeno i nostri sogni.
Cruel it was remains in the air of the day.
Crudele è ciò che rimane nell'aria arsa del giorno.
Desert in the heart, melancholy between the hands.
Deserto nel cuore, malinconia tra le mani.
I cry for my hostile land, marked by ruins.
Piango questa mia terra ostile, segnata da macerie.
Shattered walls, shattered minds.
Frantumi nei muri, frantumi nelle menti.
Where is the heart of our people?
Dove sta il cuore del nostro popolo?
In the eyes of the people we meet,
Negli occhi di chi incontro?
in the smile of the old man,
Nel sorriso di un anziano?
or in the walk of childhood?
O nel camminare dell'infanzia?
Everywhere I look, I see the enemy,
Ovunque mi sembra di scorgere il nemico,
like insidious grains of sand penetrating my eyes, and I can't see anymore.
che come granelli di sabbia insidiosa si infiltra nei miei occhi e più non vedo. My name's Maria and I come from Argentina. My song talks about the desaparecidos, the disappeared ones. Como un grito, como un grito, desaparecidos, desaparecidos. Como un grito, desaparecidos, desaparecidos. Como un grito, desaparecidos, desaparecidos. Como un grito, Tengo densi sagani,
Il tango danza l'agonia,
blood, leave its traces.
il sangue lascia la sua scia,
Tengo, place, salty tears
il tango suona lacrime salate,
of mute life and forgotten souls.
di vite mute ed anime scordate.
Dances, the tired dancer.
Danza, danza il ballerino stanco,
Life, now, is a broken dream.
la vita ora è un sogno infranto.
Dances, the barefoot dancer.
Danza, la ballerina scalza,
Who dies naked in the room.
che muore nella nuda stanza.
Como un grito, desaparecido. Como un grito, desaparecido. Como un grito, desaparecido.
Gli anni nella prigionia,
Long were the hours of your agony,
lunghe le ore della tua agonia,
but you quit fighting,
mai hai smesso di lottare,
but you quit dreaming.
mai hai smesso di sognare,
Like a tree in the wind,
come un albero nel vento.
you shook your lips in heaven. Tree among trees with long thorns,
Albero fra alberi dalle lunghe spine,
death and hate like black border.
morte e odio come nero confine.
You sang injustice without honor,
Cantavi l'ingiustizia senza onore,
tree that slowly dies.
albero che lentamente muore.
Shout that shook consciousness.
Grido che scuoteva la coscienza.
Poem in words of impotence.
Poesia nelle parole di impotenza. My name is Alan and I come from South Africa. My poem is called Black Imprisonment in memory of Nelson Mandela and his fight against apartheid in South Africa. Black is the prison.
Nera, nera la prigione.
There's no hair, there's no hurt.
Non c'è vita, non c'è cuore.
Lost are the best years.
Persi gli anni migliori.
There's no room for reasons.
Non c'è spazio per le ragioni.
There's no room for truth.
Non c'è spazio per la verità.
There's no air, there's no freedom.
Non c'è aria, non c'è libertà.
Black is the prison.
Nera, nera prigionia.
Slowly life goes by.
Lenta la vita, scorre via.
Without time for peace.
Senza tempo per la pace.
And the world now is quiet.
Ed il mondo ora tace.
Così sei che
Victory does not lie in supremacy.
La vittoria non è la supremazia,
It's lie in the smooth walk of life.
è nel camminare sicuro sulla propria via.
It means remembering the good, the truth and freedom.
È non dimenticare il bene, il vero e la libertà.
It means fighting each day for dignity.
È saper lottare ogni giorno per la dignità.
Victory isn't the war of the winners.
La vittoria non è la guerra dei vincitori,
It means walking through the horrors,
ma è camminare in mezzo agli orrori.
living despite imprisonment,
Vivere nonostante la prigionia.
living without allowing life to fade away.
Vivere senza che la vita scivoli via.
We can walk together. My being black is another piece. We can look to each other in the eyes. I am hell and your paradise.
non potete assieme camminare, il tuo essere vero non cantare, non potete guardarvi in viso, tu sei l'inferno e lui il paradiso.
We can drink from the same well. I might even sit and use your eyes on. We can talk together. You are the good and I am the bad.
Non potete bere dalla stessa fonte, tu piccolo cieco e lui orizzonte, non potete assieme parlare, lui è bene e tu sei il male.
La mia pelle color della notte, la tua pelle color della luna, la mia pelle color della notte, la tua vive, la mia porta sfortuna.
I have a dream, a world where the diversity of people is born, a world free of prejudice and which offers equal opportunities to everyone